Almost forgot my glasses. That's better. You know, setting up to come out here, sometimes start thinking about all the times that we set all this up and you want all this to be perfect. You know, getting to thinking about when we come out here and we set stuff up and you're wanting to shoot and you're getting to thinking about all these things and you're like, man, you make it such a serious operation. Sometimes I think we forget the fun we used to have when we go shooting. And yeah, it's just one of the things. So that's why I've been shooting this M1 Garands, because it's actually really fun to shoot. Kind of like shooting an old hot rod. Let's set up for another shot. So, go ahead and set this one up. Okay. End session, new session, rifle, blah 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 blah. Yes. Okay. You know, we come out here and you do all the things and you get all serious with it and you want to shoot and you're all serious and everything. But I think we forget about the things that we enjoyed about it. You know, for me, it's the history of these old surplus rifles. It was where I was touching history. I was able to actually see what history looked like and see what they experienced. Oh wow, that's pretty good. So, for me, this kind of takes it back to where I started with. You know, just coming out here, taking an old Milsurp rifle, kind of like this. Not exactly like I'm a grand expert or anything. And shooting these things. This is where, you know, the true fun was, you know, coming out here and taking this and forgetting my glasses again. There we go. Coming out here shooting this rifle, and you're really seeing what the troops, what the guys did. These, you know, people like my grandparents carried rifles like this. For them, this was the most advanced military implement there was at the time. Crazy story. This rifle this rifle design is actually almost 100 years old. Rifle came out, I think, in the design was in 1928. So that puts in what, 3 years this rifle design will be 100 years old. Ooh, that one had a little recoil to it. I think we're 50 feet faster than the previous one. And you know, the other fun thing about shooting these is these type of rifles, it's not like a precision rifle. You actually have to put effort into this. You got to have good marksmanship skills. You've got to have, well, good eyes. Clearly, I don't have good eyes. But this is the kind of rifle that I started out on. You know, military surplus rifles was something that you could buy years ago for like, I don't know, $50, $60 for a good milsurp. Now a rifle like this, the M1 Garand, goes for what? This rifle goes for $1,000. And in fact, the CMP is actually selling their own version of this. They're selling this one now as a new manufactured version of this rifle. I have one round left. I'm letting it just sit and letting it cook for a moment. I want to see what happens. I know I'm hovering around 26-30 feet per second. So the theory is, if it sits inside the chamber for a little while after it's been cooking, will the velocity be higher? While I did say you need to go out and have fun, I'm still kind of a slave to wanting to gather data. But let's see how this thing shoots. Ooh. After letting that cook off on purpose, it actually increased by 60 feet per second. There was a 60 feet per second increase in velocity. Anyways, when you go to the range with a purpose. But also don't forget, sometimes you just need to go out and have fun and enjoy shooting your rifles. And remember what got you into it in the first place. Who knows? Maybe I might do one of these videos again.